Sophia, and today me and my dad are going to teach you about hunger. Some of the main causes of hunger are war, natural disasters, and there's also undernourishment. And if you don't know what that means, it means that people in the world that are hungry have enough food to eat, but that food isn't healthy for them. And if you're wondering what a natural disaster is, things like earthquakes and storms and stuff like that. And the reason why war can cause hunger is because sometimes soldiers destroy wells and sometimes destroy markets and things like that. And what else?
There's one more kind of cause for hunger that we talked about that's really important. It has to do with farming. Farming.
Well, if you're a farmer and you grow crops and you live, if you're a farmer and you live in a really hot place and there isn't enough water to grow your crops, you can't sell your crops, which means that you can't get money for you to get your to buy money to feed your family.
Right, and also sort of improper farming practices, right?
Yeah.
And you already mentioned this, but you also said poverty.
Yeah, poverty.
How does that cause hunger?
Well, there's poor people out there, and they don't have enough money, which means they can't buy any food.
And if they're farmers, they can't buy...
And if they're farmers, they can't buy a road.
Right, so they don't have roads, so they can't sell their crops, or they can't even buy seed to grow crops, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a circle that never ends and keeps you hungry all the time, right?
Yeah.
That's a big problem. So where do hungry people live?
Well, some people think that they live in Africa, but that's not true. They live in Asia.
Well, there are hungry people who live in Africa, right?
Yeah, like there's a natural disaster in Uganda. There was an earthquake, and my friend Jessica, she doesn't have enough food right now. Jessica's my pen pal, by the way.
Right. And there's hungry people here in Canada and America too, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big problem. But what you're saying is that actually the biggest part of the world where there's hunger is actually in Asia, isn't it? People usually don't know that.
Yeah, almost all people think it's in Africa. If I hadn't gone into one of these computer programs I'm looking at right now, I would have known that for the rest of my life.
So there's hungry people all over the world, right?
Yeah.
So we're not saying that we're not saying that one's better than the other, right? Because there's hungry people in Canada, but the most hungry people actually live in Asia, which is kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of surprising.
Okay, so Sophia, tell me about this website you're on and what you can do about hunger.
And kids, you guys that are watching this movie right now this second, here's what you can do. You can play a game. I know it sounds crazy, but playing a game is what you can do.
Okay.
But it's not any sort of game. It's a special game.
So where is this game on the website?
You can go.
What is the name of this website?
freerice.com.
Okay.
You you can get onto your computer and go onto freerice.com. And here, you...
Hi, Pax.
Hi.
All right, so freerice.com, Sophia. Explain how it works.
There's a question that you have to answer. And with every question, you donate, is it 20?
They donate grams of rice.
Yeah, they donate grams of rice. And right now, I have donated 309 grams of rice.
All right,
Well,
and
that's
what
390.
and what kind of questions do they ask you?
Well, I'm on here right now. It's asking me, attach means to connect. I got the question correct.
Awesome.
And now I have donated 400 grams.
So they ask you vocabulary questions. Did you know that you can also answer math questions? They even ask you French questions if you want. So, do you know what you're doing right now, Sophia?
What?
You're actually learning.
I'm learning and donating
Exactly.
at the exactly same time.
Awesome. So, where does the money come from that buys the rice?
Well,
Like, how does that work?
I don't really remember.
What's that at the bottom of the page?
That is called a ad.
That's an advertisement, right?
Advertisement.
So that company has paid money to have that advertisement on that web page, right?
Yeah.
And so the World Food Program, who runs the website, is then taking that money and they're using it to buy rice to give to hungry people all over the world, right?
Yeah.
So you are learning and you're also helping feed hungry people at the same time.
Yep. So remember, ask your mother or father or guardian if you can go on the computer and go onto freerice.com and tell them that it's a website that is educational and it helps hungry people in the world. And that's what I have to tell you for today. Bye-bye.